We're here in the beautiful Singapore at the Consensus event, and we're here with WeGoGo. How are you doing?
Very well. Welcome to sunny Singapore.
Yes. WeGoGo, what is the platform about?
So WeGoGo is a travel platform built on the WeChat platform, and we basically link the growing Chinese travel market to the long tail of travel, all the small, local, aspirational travel experiences all over the world, so that they can easily travel and experience these travel experiences.
All right. Because there are now like 120 million Chinese traveling abroad, and that's going to be even bigger.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, in 2015, the Chinese travel market that's going outbound exceeded 120 million. And before that, the second largest market was actually North America, so which about 60 million. So the Chinese have now become the dominant, the largest market. And yet, that's only represents 4% of the passport holders in China. So it's going to be forecasted to grow to 220 million. And we all know that China has 1.3 billion people, and they're very curious about the world.
And you work together with WeChat, which has like 800 million users. How that came across?
My founder and the CEO, he was in China doing a executive management program, and this was a few years ago, and realized that WeChat was the one thing that a lot of the Chinese were starting to utilize. Yeah. And they don't use Facebook and so on and so forth. So he realized, and he loved travel, the small experiences. So he says, what can I do for the next 10, 20 years of my life? He says, why don't I bring all these amazing experiences to the Chinese using the WeChat platform, which they use to watch video, share comments, make payments, online payments, everything. Basically, WeChat is the dominant platform.
All right. And WeGoGo actually is a platform for travelers, for Chinese travelers to go abroad in these small locations or remote locations, or.
That's right. I mean, WeGoGo is headquartered in Singapore. Singapore is really in the center of Southeast Asia. Now, beyond Hong Kong and Macau, the next biggest destination for the Chinese is Southeast Asia. So there is about 38 million travelers of the 120 million that come to Southeast Asia as their second stop in their travel adventure after Hong Kong and Macau. And you know, Southeast Asia is very exotic. You have beaches, you have very small little forests.
Indonesia, for instance.
Yeah. And the one thing that we learned about the Chinese, because of the massive urbanization, you have never seen this amount of urbanization in their cities. It's, so pollution in the Beijing and Shanghai and the first-tier cities, they get very stressed. So this new generation of younger travelers, what we call the post-80 and the post-90 travelers, they are looking for fresh air, blue sky, and so they love beaches. So Thailand has many beaches, and so they just come for a quick getaway, like come out on Thursday, Friday, return on Sunday. Because of all the budget airlines, this is now become possible. So we're going to have a massive number of Chinese travelers wanting to use their WeChat and say, oh, look, I want to go this place, easily book it.
Yeah, via your platform.
WeGoGo and come. So that's the start of WeGoGo.
And the use of the utility token is in commissions, or they have to pay a little token for a buy, or.
So the WeGo token that we are creating is both a loyalty reward system for you to, when you book through us, you get certain amount of WeGo tokens. But the more strategic reason why we're doing this token is the second part of our business model is to build a group of what we call pathfinders. Basically normal people who love to travel and to say, hey, actually I can help discover an exciting location. And when they identify it and they post it up and we verify it, or users go and verify it, they actually get rewarded They are like the miners of a travel blockchain. They are the miners of a travel.
And you're looking for pathfinders, eh? You're looking for influencers.
Yes, influencers who are professionals, or also normal people who just love to travel. And so we hope to use that economic system to build this WeGold travel token, which one day they can use to buy a travel experience on WeGoGo. So they can live to travel and travel to live. And you see, there's no way we can build and identify all the most small, off the beaten path travel experiences in the world. So we created this peer-to-peer model. You can say it's the Spotify of, not Spotify, but peer-to-peer model of finding experiences, and then they can search for them. We as a platform provide the customer service, provide the all-in-one payment system, the assurance and insurance for the experience. Yeah.
And the token is called WeGold.
WeGold. The Chinese, they like gold. Jing. They call it Jing. Yeah. So WeGold is our token for the WeGoGo platform.
Nice. And actually, you are a quite established entrepreneur. You had an internet company. Actually, the first that was listed in Singapore.
I founded in 1994. That's a way back. Singapore's first internet company. And we actually launched several ideas from there. Two of them got listed on NASDAQ, Pacific Internet, which I was involved in, and a company called Asia Content. Then I also moved to Silicon Valley while building a global company out from Southeast Asia in the B2B e-commerce space, which I eventually sold to a subsidiary of GE. And so these were in the 1990s and 2000. Then, well, I made sufficient money and I took a break. But I got excited again a few years ago when my friend, he was actually working for me in those days. He was my CFO. Okay. And he became now an entrepreneur, a CEO, and he wanted to do this travel platform. He says, TK, travel is huge, but the Chinese travel market is going to be even huger. And we're just going to focus on that. And we're going to bet on the WeChat platform. And so they've taken the right bet. We have an early head start. We are ahead of many others who are starting to try to figure out how to use the WeChat. And so we really concentrate our engineering team, product development team on this particular Chinese market and this particular platform. And then going after the long tail of travel, not the usual tourist destination, because the Chinese are not interested in that anymore.
You actually have also users already, like travel agencies or organizers of travels, like all these I saw on the telly, like individuals who are organizing trips.
Yeah, we have a lot of travel entrepreneurs, tourism entrepreneurs, and they have signed on. They really found our service very useful, and we have helped 10,000 Chinese travelers use our service, and the feedback has been very good. So we have come to the juncture where we are very confident that there is a real business here. We take a commission for every booking.
15%?
Yes, 15, and that's actually pretty low, but because we leverage on the blockchain and we are using public technology, we believe that we could even bring that commission down over time. So we don't want to tax the small travel provider, and we also want to keep it reasonable for the traveler. And our vision is to use blockchain-based public innovation technology for WeGoGo to really drive down the costs so that more people can travel and experience all these small, authentic experiences.
And last question, as a entrepreneur, you see this blockchain space become quite big. I mean, this internet 3.0.
Yeah. So I was involved basically in the what we call Internet 1.0. We were the cavemen. We used HTML to build websites and so on and so forth. I built several companies, but these were in the early 1990s. I got very excited again because I saw that with the blockchain coming over the last years, and I spent 2 years understanding and researching the impact, and when I finished I said, oh my gosh, if you think Internet 1.0, HTML was big. If you think mobile phone, internet, social media 2.0 was big, 3.0 will fully unleash and explode. Because finally we can represent a value. Any asset can be tokenized and can then be easily consumed, traded, exchanged. I think the whole friction to the internet evolution was money. It was still representing a real currency. But the future will have pure digital currency. We'll have a public ledger system that allows us to irrefutably say that you have this asset. So my vision, and I think shared with many others, the world is going to head to a multi-token economy for different assets. And the exchanges allow us to easily swap between different. It's kind of like going back to bartering, but in digital form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this interesting talk. People can go to WeGoGo.com.
That's right, WeGoGo.com. And our ICO is at WeGold.io. Please support this platform. We are building for the long term. We believe this is going to create a lot of impact.
All right. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.